Alright, what is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be reacting to Katt Williams gives details on Tyler Perry's white boy casting couch, man. Now, that's crazy, but we all know Tyler Perry's being sued for 260 million, I'm pretty sure, for some crazy accusations, let's just say that. And not only that, it's by one of his actors for his TV show called The Oval or something like that. But yeah, man, apparently he's been doing some crazy things, saying some crazy stuff. But let's just dive into the video, see what it's talking about.
We put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. The people that been in his productions, they not famous. All of them can walk through the mall without security. Be what you gonna be, but put your people on. If you a gay person and you in there, put some other gay people on. Put somebody on. Or don't be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers. Because clearly, y'all are keeping these gates. Clearly.
Tyler Perry got sued for $260 million for allegedly trying to holler at a white boy. And this is coming after Katt Williams already warned us about the so-called black excellence, people who the media tries to portray as perfect, but are actually the worst of them all, preying on the vulnerable. And now, Katt's dropped shocking details about Tyler Perry's so-called white boy casting couch. And trust me, everything just lines up. Tyler Perry's name has long been a powerhouse in black Hollywood. From his Medea franchise to owning one of the largest film studios in the world, the man has climbed from homelessness to billionaire status. But Katt Williams and many others have been warning the public for years. There's a dark side to how that empire was built and how some of its parts were cast. Katt has repeatedly hinted that certain gatekeepers in Hollywood only let black men rise if they play into specific roles, ones that emasculate them or strip them of their dignity. And Tyler Perry's name is on the top of the list.
Clearly.
But Katt didn't stop there. He made it clear he had no personal hate for Tyler Perry, even admitting that Tyler works hard. But then came the bombshell. Katt publicly said Tyler was a drag queen who uses younger men for his own pleasure. And no, that wasn't a joke. Katt was calling out something he believed was real. How Tyler operates behind the scenes, how the role he makes are given to these men if they do something in return. This Tyler Perry's casting couch comes with a price, and there's just too much evidence out there. Katt's not the only one who's spoken up about this. Other actors, some who have worked directly with Tyler, have added their own experiences to the conversation. Brandon Jay, an actor and voice coach, dropped a video that went viral after he detailed his interaction with Tyler Perry. Brandon said he was cast in the show Meet the Browns as a high school teen named Jeffrey, but out of nowhere, Perry decided to flip the script, literally. Brandon said Tyler came in at the last minute and changed the character into a gay teen who had a crush on his bully, and that, according to Brandon, was not the role he originally auditioned for.
Here's a story time about how filming Meet the Browns was the most stressful and hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I had no idea that Tyler Perry's studio schedule was so drastic. If you're working on a regular network show, they take a whole week to film an episode. Tyler Perry Studios, they film an episode in one day. The character was Jeffrey, a fat high school teenager who was very intellectual, who was getting bullied at school. I take 2 to 3 days to learn the entire script. On the day of filming, first thing we do is a table read. I know all of my lines. I'm ready to go. So the director, who is Alfonso Ribeiro Carlton in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he starts to block us, telling the actors where to go, where to stand. Mr. Perry comes in, everything changes. So we literally run the entire episode for him, and he hates it. Does that mean I have to learn a whole new script? Yes, that's what it means. Mr. Perry, on the spot, starts rewriting the entire script, and he's feeding me the lines to say, and the director is kind of standing on the side like, you better do it, because if not, they will fire you. Here is where the shoe hit the fan. So in the middle of Mr. Perry changing up the scenes, he says, you know, I want Jeffrey to be gay, and he has a crush on his bully. That's not what I auditioned for.
And this is something that he does with all the men he wants to get with allegedly. This is the same thing Derek Dixon is now saying in his lawsuit. Dixon, an actor who played the character Dale in Tyler Perry's The Oval, is suing Perry for $260 million for alleged SA. Derek gave full dates, locations, and text messages of Tyler trying to get him in his bed. Based on court documents, the entire situation started in 2019 when Tyler Perry picked Derek out from a crowd at an event. Perry reportedly asked for his number and said he might have a role for him. Sure enough, a role followed. Derek landed a small part in Ruthless, a Tyler Perry series. Then things took a turn. According to Derek, Tyler invited him to his Atlanta home in January 2020. He accepted, thinking this was a legit opportunity to build a friendship and further his career. But once there, Derek said he drank too much and ended up sleeping in the guest bedroom. That's when, according to the lawsuit, Tyler entered the room and began touching his thighs. Derek said he rejected the advances that night, but things didn't stop there. He later landed the role of Dale in the Oval, a character written as gay, homeless dude working as a desperate store clerk who sleeps with people just to get a place to stay. And according to Derek, this role was not accidental. He claimed that Tyler told him he was looking for a real-life partner who was exactly like that, loyal, desperate, dependent. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, Derek said Tyler kept hitting him with suggestive texts. Stuff like asking about his preferences, telling him he sleeps with men. Keep in mind, Tyler Perry has never publicly identified as gay or bi. But in these texts, Derek said Tyler openly admitted his preferences. The lawsuit includes screenshots of messages, some saying things like, "You are the rose," "No straight man would be walking with you unless he wanted to F you," and "I would F you." Tyler's legal team calls the whole case a scam and said it's an attempted shakedown, but Derek said otherwise. He said he felt trapped, that if he rejected Tyler outright, his career would vanish. That's why he played it cool, saying things like, "I'm not the sexual type," to deflect instead of confronting the issue directly. He feared he'd be blackballed. And here's where Katt Williams' warnings start to look prophetic. Katt Williams once said that when you go against the Hollywood system, they'll label you crazy just to discredit you. That's exactly what he said happened to Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't, people say that, he lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, oh, really?
Dave told the world he turned down $50 million from Comedy Central because he didn't want to be a puppet anymore. Instead of listening, Oprah invited him to her show and tried to push him into admitting he had a breakdown, and Dave just stared. He said no, but the media had already painted him as unhinged. Maybe this $50 million came with the same things that Derek was facing at the hands of Tyler.
I'm glad you're here. Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
I wasn't walking away from the money. I was walking away from the circumstances with the newfound plateau.
Yeah.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14. I've heard the stories, seen these kinds of things play out in front of me. I mean, you see it before. Look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time in their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah.
It's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
That's the same energy people are bringing now. They're already questioning Derek's motives. They're asking why the lawsuit is coming out right when Tyler Perry's new movie Straw, starring Taraji P. Henson, is climbing charts and dominating headlines. They're calling it a money grab, a hit job, a PR attack. But that's also exactly what Katt warned about. He said the moment you challenge powerful figures in Hollywood, they turn you into the problem, even when you're the victim. Tyler Perry himself brushed it off with a joke, telling fans to stay calm and not overthink it. But right now, the public isn't just looking for jokes or denial, they're asking for receipts.
He's got the whole world in his hands. Got the whole world in his hands. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help. For my help? Some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can.
And according to Derek, he's got them texts, dates, names, and a story that now has more context than ever before thanks to others coming forward, like Christian Keys. Though he never named names, Christian once gave an interview saying he had worked for someone in power who tried to use that power to pressure and manipulate him.
This person is a predator, and he's one of several. And I have proof. It's not like I'm just making false accusations. The receipts, the recordings down to the police department, and let them hear this individual, the month and the year that he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100 grand to take my clothes off. He said, "I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked." I declined because, again, scenic route. I got my integrity with me. I'll take the long way around. I recorded it because I didn't trust him, and I had told him over and over, and he still always tried shit. So if people don't believe me, they can hear him I can press play and you can hear the person and you'll know immediately who the person is that's offering me 100 grand to strip. You'll know right away, and it'll break your heart.
He didn't name any names, but the internet was convinced it was Tyler Perry. Christian had been a regular in Perry's productions, and when you line up the timeline, it just makes too much sense. Even 50 Cent had to weigh in. 50 posted a picture of himself and Tyler Perry with the caption, "Did that B just say what I think he said? Nah, we ain't jacking this game." It was clearly exaggerated, but it showed where 50's loyalty stood. He's always credited Tyler with helping shape his business moves in the media, but the people clearly has had enough of Tyler. This has been going on for years. Research where Medea really come from. Another user said, "This is not the world trying to take another black man down. This is him paying for his shenanigans and poor choices." Katt Williams said it best these guys are going to get exposed. Sound off in the comments. Was this long overdue or just another controversy? And if you're here for bold voices that...
But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this whole situation down in the comment section, man. But yeah, this situation is crazy, but I don't really think anybody is surprised that he's zesty, you know what I mean? Like, Tyler Perry is very zesty. He's been zesty. He's been wearing dresses, dressing up his ladies and things like that, grannies or whatever you want to call it, without anybody even asking him or telling him to do it, bro. Like, he's been willingly doing it, bro. So it's not really a surprise with the zesty part, right? But at the end of the day, it is kind of shocking when it comes to these kind of situations where you hear stories about Tyler Perry, you know, forcing men or trying to bribe people to do things. It's like, I don't know, man. Tyler Perry isn't the only one still. It's a thing that just runs throughout the industry, man. And there's a lot of people who haven't been caught. But yeah, man, it's only a matter of time still. Just like Tyler Perry, everything is kind of catching up to him, you know what I mean? He's finally being hit with a lawsuit after getting away with this. Because I promise you, this is most likely not his first time doing any of this. The guy literally came out and said he was even scared to come out or say anything or even tell Tyler Perry no, simply because he was afraid he was going to be blackballed. Things like that. Because we all know Tyler Perry is very high in the industry when it comes to his shows, his movies, things like that, right? So I'm sure it's not hard for Tyler Perry to blackball the guy. You know what I mean? Like, most likely a lot of people only know the guy simply because he was in a Tyler Perry movie or in a Tyler Perry show anyway. So, you know what I mean? It's only from that it opens more doors. So if Tyler Perry blackballs the guy, then I can kind of see why he would fear his career kind of being over, because being in a Tyler Perry show or a movie, for example, kind of puts you on the map, right? So I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think. Still, this is crazy, but yeah, it's not really surprising, you know. And people are going back to Boondocks, calling it, you know, the Boondocks already predicted this whole situation, bro. And a lot of people aren't surprised at all. But let me know what y'all think. And without further ado, if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content. And yeah, peace out.